Although this clay-brick shack, built at the last minute for Anna to practice in, seems quite decent, Roland thought as he looked over the cottage. Your Highness, Miss Anna has arrived, said Carter. As Roland observed, he suspected that witches received an improvement in their physical capabilities in addition to their magic. For although she had been imprisoned and suffered, she did not look worse than Chen Yan's modern-day beauty-filtered girls. Moreover, she was from a commoner background. Anna now wore clothes he had carefully selected from a variety of styles, all to satisfy Roland's tastes. To justify his decision, he argued with himself that the full protective clothing that the ironworkers wore was too thick and unsuitable for her, while the robes many mages wore in games appeared elegant and classy. In reality, they restricted the wearer's mobility and would quickly be reduced to ashes. As for maid dresses, well, is there any better clothing than this? Roland thought before telling the girl to turn around in a circle. Does this dress fit well? Your Highness, why did you take in a person like me? I am a witch with corrupted and evil blood flowing within me. Aren't you afraid? Said Anna. I am not afraid, said Roland. I believe that their perception of this power originating from demons is merely human prejudice, and the reason people fear it is because they simply do not understand this kind of power, and furthermore, they do not understand you. I do not believe in any power of demons. I only know that this power belongs to you, and I will assist you by helping you to control and use it. According to Roland's instructions, Anna practiced controlling and using her powers. Anna, can you still continue? Asked Roland as he looked at the exhausted Anna. It seems like practicing the control of fire is not as easy as I imagined. As Roland was watching Anna practice, Barov Mons came running and said, Reporting to Your Highness, Barov Mons has something urgent to report. Your Highness, the patrolling squad has reported that they have discovered traces of demonic beasts. The months of the demon are coming early this year. This shocked both Carter and Anna, but Roland, not knowing what it was confused. Months of the demon? Asked Roland. Your Highness may not be clear about it. Every year after the first snow falls, the sun would become faint, and then the gates of hell within the mountain would open. During that time, Border Town does not have any guarding capability. Thus, all of its inhabitants will have to migrate to Longsong Stronghold. However, please be at ease. Your Highness's safety will definitely be the priority. Have you seen it before? The gates of hell? Asked Roland. How could normal people be able to see it? Let alone the fact that the mountain is totally impossible to cross over. Even coming close to the mountain, one would be affected by evil miasma. Unless what? Unless that person is a witch who has fallen from grace and become the claws of the devil. Only witches are not affected by the evil miasma, and are able to see the gates of hell. What about the demonic beasts? You ought to have at least seen a demonic beast before, right? I have never seen a demonic beast before. I am the same as Your Highness. This is my first time coming to Border Town. Within the center castle of the Kingdom of Grey Castle, only a few people have encountered a real demonic beast. To have to migrate once every year, how can this place even develop? Originally, I thought although Border Town was only a barren land, at least it still has the potential for development. But from the looks of it now, this place is nothing but a huge, hopeless pit. Since Longsong Stronghold has the ability to defend against the demonic beasts, it means that demonic beasts are not invincible. Then why can't we defeat them at Border Town? Longsong Stronghold has a huge wall, and elite troops are stationed there. How can Border Town, this kind of small place, be compared to them? So this means that the reason Border Town was built between North Slope Mountain and Chishui River was so that Border Town could act as a cannon fodder? Bring your people, and go find the local guards and hunters. They need to have lived here for more than 5 years. They are the best choice for fighting against the demonic beasts, ordered Roland. After sending them away, Roland sat with Anna in the garden, drinking tea. Anna, tell me about the months of the demon. All right, Your Highness. Unlike you nobles, to us, the months of the demon are a nightmare that we have to experience every year. A nightmare where one could die. As Your Highness knows, my father is a miner, and like the majority of people of this town, he lived a hard life. Every year when the months of the demon arrive, we would transport the year's harvest of Border Town to Longsong Stronghold to exchange for food and some gold royals. During the months of the demon, we would stay in Longsong Stronghold's temporary settlement until the winter was over. During a certain year, the months of the demon continued for 4 months. The government official of Longsong Stronghold told us that the ore we produced that winter was only enough to purchase 3 months' worth of food, and they were only able to give out the food for the 4th month when the next batch of ores arrived. But because the months of the demon were not over yet, we were basically unable to leave the stronghold. Not only that, but because the food and other necessities were all distributed, the strong bullying the weak happened often. Some of the people were unable to endure the months of the demon. I reckon that it must have been very tough for a girl like you, right? Your father? Actually, during that time, my father was still very protective of me, answered Anna. That was 25 gold royals. Father, he just wanted to continue living. That kind of months of the demon will never come again. I guarantee it. Roland stood up and began walking while telling the maid, Where is Barov Monzat? Call him over. I want to ask him how he dealt with the matters I asked him to do. Border Town Government Affairs Office. Are those the people that I am looking for? Asked Roland. Yes, replied Barov. Grey Dog and Brian, guards from the Beacon Tower of North Slope Mine area. Those two are Border Town's patrol squad captains that are in charge of lighting up the fire beacon every year. This hunter said that he had fought against demonic beasts before and had personally cut off a demonic beast's head, Barov introduced. Respected Prince, Your Highness, the snow has begun to fall at the beacon tower. We are able to see the movement of demonic beasts. They crossed through the concealing forest. So, we lit up the beacon fire to notify the people in the town to leave, said Grey Dog. Since you two came together, let your partner answer instead. How do demonic beasts look like? Are they killable? They are killable, Your Highness. They were originally ordinary animals from the forest. Although they were affected by the evil miasma and became manic and ferocious, they can still be killed, answered Brian. Every year after the months of the demon were over, Longsong Stronghold would send out cavalry troops to clean away the remnants of demonic beasts that are on the path between the stronghold and Border Town. They are nothing formidable. Iron Axe entered the conversation. Reporting to Your Highness, I have killed demonic beasts before. 2 of them. This aura, as expected of a man who proclaimed that he has killed demonic beasts before. This is the hunter from the town. His name is Iron Axe. It's rumored that, given his height, he possesses the lineage of the giants of the Mojang clan. You said that you have killed demonic beasts, asked Roland. A wild boar species and a wolf species, replied Iron Axe. Species? What do you mean by that? Species is how us hunters classify them. They were originally animals from the forest, but because of the evil miasma of hell, they became manic, ferocious, and very hard to deal with. Wolf species would become more cunning, and their speed would become astonishing. If you want to kill them, you have to set up a trap in advance. For wild boar species, their black fur would become extremely tough, and even within a range of 50 yards, it would still be very difficult for a crossbow to penetrate it, answered Iron Axe. The strong become stronger, and the quick become quicker. But they are all still animals, Roland nodded. Exactly. They are not the most terrifying enemy. The most terrifying ones are the mixed species. They are the incarnate of the devil. Only hell would be able to create such horrifying beasts. I have only seen one mixed species before. Not only did it possess the strong body of a fierce beast, it even had a pair of grown wings on its back and was able to fly for a short distance. Furthermore, it seemed to know where I am no matter where I hid. It would always find me. I only managed to survive by jumping into the Chishui River right before I fainted, concluded Iron Axe. This world is becoming more and more fantasy-like. A strong wall can block all of the ordinary demonic beasts. But what about those that can fly? Roland thought. Mixed species should be very scarce, right? Roland asked Carter. There are not many of them, Your Highness. During each month of the demon, there would only be 2 to 3 mixed species. If not, Longsong Stronghold would have to face huge problems each year. So it is indeed like this, Roland nodded and stood up from his seat, announcing in a dignified manner, I have decided to stay at Border Town. This announcement shocked both Carter and Barov. This matter is definitely out of the question, Your Highness. Just the wild boar species demonic beasts alone, only the elite troops at the stronghold are able to deal with them. Adding on their massive numbers without a strong wall as support, relying on guards alone to defend against the demonic beasts, after the casualties go over 10%, everything would surely fall apart, said Carter. If that's it, what if I gave you a wall? I will give you a wall, right between the bottom of North Slope Mountain and Chishui River, announced Roland. Even if you want to fool around, you must also have a limit. Do you know how long it would take to build a wall like this? Not mentioning that there is only less than 4 months until the months of the demon. Even if we had 4 years, there may not even be enough time for us to build the wall, said Carter. I understand this. You don't have to come to a conclusion this fast. If there is no reliable wall by that time, I will follow you and retreat to Longsong Stronghold. I don't have the intentions to discard my life at this damned place, answered Roland. I swear to protect you with my life, said Carter. Grey Castle, Blue Water Port. The sea breeze has become cold. Winter is approaching. Ryan, when will our Black Sail fleet be able to return? Asked Garcia Wimbledon. If nothing unexpected happens, they will be able to arrive at Blue Water Port in 3 days. This is this year's last voyage. I hope that they will bring me a sufficient surprise. If you hide gold royals in a cupboard, they will be just like stones. Only by spending the gold royals, then would they be able to exhibit their true worth. Let's go back inside the room. The wind is getting stronger and stronger. Palace. Your Highness, there is one thing that I don't understand. How were you able to foresee all of this before the king had even announced the fight for the throne? Foresee? I didn't know that father would think of a fight for the throne. This kind of lousy idea to help pave the way for that second darling son of his. Will the person who governed their city the best definitely be able to sit on the throne of Greycastle? I originally thought that you would be able to understand after you had seen the Black Sail Fleet plan, Ryan. So that is the reason. Your fleet is not only built for gathering fortune, allowing plundering and not adding taxes. Ever since the Black Sail Fleet plan has commenced, it has gained experienced sailors, fierce warriors, and the support of the people. This is Greycastle's third princess, Garcia Wimbledon, a woman who is able to rely on her insight and strength to ascend onto the throne, Ryan thought. Oh, that's right. Leave those things aside first. I heard that those little tricks have failed. Yes, there is only news from Bordertown, reporting that the pill has failed. For the other places, there wasn't even any news. If there are no news from other places, it means that they were killed by my brothers. It is as expected. However, I did not expect that even fourth brother was able to be safe and sound. To speak the truth, I feel a bit disappointed. Kingfisher said in the secret letter that she personally saw the fourth prince eat the pill with her own eyes. Failure means failure. I do not want to listen to any explanations. It will soon be the months of the demon. My adorable fourth brother is going to go to Longsong Stronghold to take refuge, right? When the demonic beasts attack, the stronghold will definitely be in disarray for quite a while. You write a letter to Kingfisher. Tell her to grab hold of this opportunity, ordered Garcia. Yes, answered Ryan. The pill was bought from alchemy master Enbilze, right? What did he say at that time? The pill is colorless, tasteless, and melts immediately when it comes into contact with water. Death is definite if the pill is taken, incurable, and is the latest achievement of his alchemy, right? Asked Garcia. Yes. Hang him, ordered Garcia. Anna, what are you reading again today? Poetry of nobles? Or is it the history of religious development? Asked Carl Van Bates. Hello, teacher Carl Van Bates. Devil, monster, hang her. Damned witch, shouted the crowd. I dreamt of Anna's hanging again. If such a pure girl like Anna can be proclaimed as evil, those administrative officials at Greycastle, whose greed can't be satisfied, should be the devils that came from hell. If not for them substituting the stone materials so they could pocket a few hundred gold royals, it wouldn't have caused the new theatre building to collapse during construction and take the lives of over 30 people. They should be the ones to be hanged. But this kingdom did not give them the ruling they deserve. Instead, it was the Innocent Stonemasons Association who bore the charge, imposing heavy taxes, uneven distribution of resources, public safety in disorder, and crowning the title of devil on an innocent and confused girl, cruelly sending her to the gallows. God, what is true evil? Are you able to see it clearly? Boah, teacher. I feel that something is wrong with my body. Will I be hanged like Anna? A girl came crying to Carl. No, you will get better. Your teacher will protect you. I did not stand up when the Stonemasons Association was destroyed. I also did not stand up when Anna was hanged. I cannot let the same thing happen to Nana. I must do something, thought Carl, as he walked through the street. As Carl walked by, he heard people chatting. Ayo, don't squeeze. There is such a good thing. I can't believe it. Let me go in to take a look. The fourth prince actually wants to hire people to construct Bordertown at this time. Stone grinders, mud craftsmen, handyman. There are quite a few different jobs he is looking for. Is this real or fake? Does it cover food and shelter? How much can they give us per day? Don't think about it. You can't even build a manure pit properly. What else would you even be able to construct? Ha 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 ha. As Carl walked towards the crowd, he noticed the notice board they were surrounding and read the notice posted. Work. Notice. The prince is currently recruiting people to construct Bordertown. These various jobs can be chosen. Stone grinder, request for male, 20 years old to 40 years old, has a fit body. Payment is 25 bronze royals per day. Mud craftsman, not limited to gender, 18 years old and above, must have experience in masonry. Payment is 45 bronze royals per day. Handyman, request for male, 18 years old and above, payment is 12 bronze royals per day. Stonemason, not limited to gender, age is not limited. Anyone who has participated before in building municipal administration buildings, strongholds, or construction work can join. Long-term recruitment. Payment is 1 gold royal per month. Additional clause. People who have ample experience and show exceptional performance could be awarded an official position. Roland Wimbledon. That's right, His Highness. It is rumored that His Highness's thinking is unique. His personality is different from ordinary people, and he extremely dislikes the holy sanctum. However, it is more likely that I would be treated as an accomplice of witches and be sent to the gallows. Right now, I can only place my hope on that the prince who dislikes the holy sanctum will be able to treat the laws of the holy sanctum as waste paper. For Anna, who has already died, for Nana, who is still alive, for the sake of the cracks in my heart to stop becoming any wider, Karl finally concluded. Your Highness, how high and wide do you intend to build this wall? At least 15 Chinese feet tall and 6 Chinese feet wide, big enough for 4 people to walk side by side. If it is like that, we will have to dig a trench that is a person's height deep to stabilize the upper part of the wall. Furthermore, if the top part of the wall is 6 Chinese feet wide, and the wall is 15 Chinese feet tall, the width of the bottom part of the wall needs to be at least doubled. Even if the digging of the trench and building of the wall starts at the same time, and you give me 350 artisans, the most I can guarantee is I will be able to complete them by next year's Months of the Demon. What is the main problem? Asked Roland. The main problem is that for guaranteeing the wall's stability, every stone must be picked and ground properly. If not, it will be very hard for them to stick together. I understand. We will follow your plan. The digging of the trench and construction of the wall will be at the same time. For the building of the wall, you don't have to worry about it. Grey Castle's Alchemy Workshop's latest product, cement, will surprise you, said Roland. Cement? Carter asked, surprised by the new word. Border town. Cement burning room. Your Highness, in this room, can the cement that you speak of really be made? The production of cement is very simple, and the raw ingredients are very common. Just slightly fiddle around at Border Town, and you will be able to get everything. The crucial point to making the cement is the temperature. However, I don't remember the specific temperature that is needed, and in this era, there are also no reliable tools for controlling and configuring temperature. Therefore, Roland ran through his thoughts. Carter, stay here. As the door opened, Roland ordered Carter to stay and walked inside. Therefore, the making of the cement can only be dependent on the power of a witch. Roland concluded his thoughts. How is it? Asked Roland as he gave a piece of clothing to Anna. I have not let your Highness down, answered Anna while wrapping the cloth around her. As they walked inside, Anna asked, Is this the thing that you want? It looks like it, answered Roland as he inspected the grey powder. Whether it works or not, I will only know after I try it out. What use does it have? Building houses, building bridges, building roads. There are many places that it can be used. If this thing is successful, in the future, people will no longer need to fear the cold wind, or be afraid that the hard rain or snow will destroy their houses. Such an awesome building material is only possible to be created because of you. Your Highness, is this the effect of cement? It seems to have indeed stuck 2 bricks together, asked Carter, as he saw 2 bricks stuck together. Very good. It is very firm. Totally different from normal hardened clay, thought Roland. All right, Carter. Don't busy yourself too much. I have already roughly understood the toughness of cement. The production this time is very successful. This is the effect of cement? Yesterday it was still fluid, just like a melted candle, but after just one night it became as tough as stone. With this thing, we can build the wall however fast we want to. As long as there are enough stones, we can even build a wall around the kingdom within 5 years, said Carter excitedly. What is the use of that? Asked Roland as he continued. No matter how tall the wall is, it is still not able to defend against the enemies that are within the wall. I would rather turn the wooden houses at Border Town into durable cement houses and make sure my people no longer have to fall into a situation where they will no longer have a house to return to after a calamity. In the future, I will let you all see that in this world, witches are the #1 productive force. Thank you for watching TeenBook essay. This was Release That Witch, from chapter 6 to 10. Subscribe for more.